No, I don't. It's so interesting. I obviously am Muslim. I'm black. I'm all of these things. But I don't know. I don't see myself through the lens of, and it took a while for me to get here, but I don't really see myself through the lens of, oh, I'm a poor black woman and I wear hijab and I won't be able to achieve the things I want to achieve. You know, growing up, both my parents would say two things to me very consistently. They would always say, Hoodo, you're really smart, and one day you're going to grow up and be very successful. Both my parents said that to me. They would say it on a loop. I lost count of the amount of times they've said it to me. So as a kid, I internalized that, and I felt it in my bones. So there was never a question that I couldn't do anything.
But it was outside of your purview because you didn't see people. You didn't see yourself in comedy.
Yes, but for me, it was enough that my parents believed in me.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I mean? Because my parents told me you're smart and you're going to grow up to be successful. So it didn't matter if I didn't see people that looked like me on TV. It was okay because my parents instilled in me the belief in myself.
Assalamu alaikum, it's your brother Haq Islam here again for another exciting episode of the Oasis. We have someone I have been trying to get on for a while. She's just an incredible comedian. She's multifaceted and she has such a great online following. And I'm going to strive to pronounce her name properly. And of course, she'll correct me if I'm wrong. Hoodo
Yeah.
Hersi.
Hersi.
Right.
Great.
You know, you're hilarious. No, we're gonna. The crowd is there.
I love that.
They're applauding for you. You know, I've seen you perform.
Yeah.
And you're funny.
Thank you.
I mean, hilarious.
Yeah.
And the most interesting thing is that the audience was filled with white people.
Yeah, but I think
but let me
get it.
No, you were killing them.
Yeah.
Like racism. And I mean, they were rolling over with laughter.
Yeah.
And there was one joke, it just shook me to my core
what was the joke?
About sunburn and them being foreigners.
Yeah, I think it's important to remind white people in North America that they are immigrants because they are moving like they are not. You know, whenever I turn on the news and I see things about ICE and illegal immigration, I go, okay, the people enforcing this, you know, they didn't come here with their papers.
And you told them, like, seriously, you should go back to Europe because the sun is going to bother you.
Yeah, the joke is, as I say, sunburns are nature's way of reminding white people that you guys are immigrants too. And I think that's important. Immigrant is not a slur. There are tons of white people in my comment section when I posted that joke that got it. This one guy I remember posted a comment. He said, I'm Irish and I live in Phoenix, Arizona. What am I doing? And he's right. It's not his natural environment. And it's okay. I mean, you can still live in Phoenix, but just walking around with an entitlement that you're sort of more American is crazy.
I thought it was so amazing that they were just falling over with laughter. And I've seen you twice. Once I introduced myself. Another time, I just wanted to watch.
Okay.
And
what show was that? What was the show?
It was also at Union Hall.
Okay. Park Slope. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And you did 2 hours straight.
I did 2 hours?
Yeah.
Well, I think it might have been 90 because the venue there, unfortunately, doesn't let you do 2 hours. But
it was a long time.
Yeah. I was up there for a while.
You kept the crowd in stitches.
Yeah, I am. Here's the thing. People always ask me this question about, you know, how is it that you talk about race and you make fun of white priv and racism, but then white people come to your shows? And I say to myself, well, I say to those people, there are white people that are not racist that get it. The white people that have a racial bias won't be fans, and that's okay, and they won't get it, and that's their journey. But there are white people that get it.
Well, they were at your show.
And
they keep coming.
Yeah, and I'm thrilled to take their money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to read this. Your comedy has been described as incisive and witty, commentary about race, mental health, mixed with political and pop culture hot takes.
Yeah. Who said that?
I read it somewhere. I forgot.
Okay.
But what do you think of it?
Yeah, I think that's really great. I remember, yeah, just hearing you say that, I love that. I think it's a really solid summary of what I do. If there's anything I'd add, is I'd say, I am self-deprecating. I think it's important, just a little bit, just the right amount, just a little scoosh of self-deprecation. It's important to also, look in the mirror and point out your flaws. I think that's important.
Let's talk about you for a minute. Your first open mic was 19.
Yeah, that was my very first show. But I don't really, I don't really count it from then. I count it from when I turned 20 because I only did one show when I was 19.
Well, what prompted you to get on stage? Let me back up. What prompted you to even want to be a comedian?
It's
That's a hell of a journey for Hijabi.
No, I don't. It is so interesting. I obviously am Muslim. I'm Black. I'm all of these things. But I don't know. I don't see myself through the lens of, and it took a while for me to get here, but I don't really see myself through the lens of, oh, I'm a poor Black woman and I wear hijab and I won't be able to achieve the things I want to achieve. Growing up, both my parents would say two things to me very consistently. They would always say, Hoodo, you're really smart and one day you're going to grow up and be very successful. Both of my parents said that to me. They would say it on a loop. I lost count of the amount of times they've said it to me. So as a kid, I internalized that and I felt it in my bones. So there was never a question that I couldn't do anything.
But it was outside of your purview because you didn't see people. You didn't see yourself in comedy.
Yes, but for me, it was enough that my parents believed in me.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I mean? Because my parents told me you're smart and you're going to grow up to be successful. So it didn't matter if I didn't see people that looked like me on TV. It was okay because my parents instilled in me the belief in myself.
So let's talk about your parents and their journey. They're from Somalia.
Yeah. So
they migrated to Canada.
So my mom, it's actually a bit complicated. My mom is from Djibouti, which used to be a part of Somalia, but then we know
colonization,
right? And Africans didn't get to pick their borders. Exactly. A bunch of white people did. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it used to be called French Somaliland under colonial during the French colonial time period. But so my mom's from Djibouti. She immigrated with her sisters to Canada, to Montreal. Then my dad was in Somalia and he left. He was a Fulbright scholar and went to the United States. Went to many schools there, like Purdue.
What did he study?
My dad, it's pretty amazing. My dad did his undergraduate degree at Somali National University in Mogadishu, in the capital, and then went and did a master's at Purdue. I believe it was in education. And then he did another master's in political science. And then he also did a PhD in, I forget what it was. It was either, I think it might have been, I can't remember, actually. I have to ask my dad. But I know my dad does have 2 master's degrees and a PhD.
So this is so
And then my dad actually wanted to go back to Somalia with everything he learned, go back to Somalia, teach, and build a life there. But then the war happened. And then he went to Canada, and that's where he met my mom.
Oh, so he met your mom in
Canada. So it's interesting because colonialism, very bad, but it did bring my parents together in a very sick and twisted way, in a beautifully dark way.
So
it's because of Canada I exist.
Right. And that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
So they met in Canada, fell in love, had you.
They had my brother in Montreal. And then maybe a year or two later, they moved to Toronto and had me.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else after you?
There's my younger brother. And then I have an older brother. We have the same mom, different dad. So when my mom immigrated to Canada, she immigrated with my younger brother, with my eldest brother. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is a great backstory because every comedian I know, there's somebody in their family funnier than them.
Yeah.
Who's funnier than you?
My mom. My mom is so funny. And it's so ironic because she hates my career.
Really?
She hates that I do comedy. My dad is so supportive. Beyond. I remember the first time my dad ever saw me do stand-up, and I talk about this on stage, so you know the joke. But, my dad told me, there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to be so successful. You're going to be a multimillionaire. You're even smarter than Trevor Noah. And my dad loved The Daily Show at the time with Trevor Noah. So yeah, but my mom hates it because, she's very progressive, but she has her own very traditional sexist beliefs about
Has
what
she
women
come
should
to
be
see
doing.
you?
No, I don't want her to.
Why?
No. I think stand-up is a safe space, and until she sort of changes her view on that, there's no point in me inviting her. Unless, I don't know, it's at... I did invite her to that gig, though, that I did for my alma mater. My dad came, and then my mom had knee pain or something, but she picked out my whole outfit for me. She said, wear this pretty dress, wear this hijab, wear these shoes. The outfit was really nice. But she herself didn't show up. And I just think, yeah, it's fine. Like, your parents don't have to understand every single part of you.
No,
it's okay.
No, this is true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into what made you you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to your 20. I still, seriously, I think you're so funny. I'm trying to figure out what prompted you to be the person, the comedian that you are. So there had to be some incident, some light bulb that went off, and you said, I want to be a comedian.
It was watching the Chappelle show with my eldest brother.
Really?
Yeah. We had it on DVD. I still have the DVDs. And I remember sitting in my brother's room. He was laying down on his bed, and I was like sitting on the edge, and we'd watch the Chappelle show, and we'd watch Chris Rock specials together. I think that was those were very, defining
Inspiring.
moments. Yeah.
Was it because Dave Chappelle's Muslim, or did that?
Well, at the time, I don't think he was Muslim, or he wasn't out about it.
Yeah.
But I just remember thinking, oh my God, you can really be funny and say something at the same time. Really say something. And I loved that.
Who's the first person you told?
No, I knew, in an immigrant family, there's a lot of secret keeping. Also, boomers love secrets, regardless of whether they're immigrants or not. Love keeping secrets. So you learn it from them. But I remember I visited some family in a city, Ottawa, 5 hours away. And I said to myself, okay, I'm going to do an open mic here. And if I bomb and I fail, it's okay because no one knows who I am. And I remember.
So this is when you were 19.
This is when summer after I graduated high school. I did my first open mic. And it was I got enough. I didn't like my material. I think it was
wrote it?
Yeah, of course. You gotta write what. Yeah.
Hey, I thought you might have got on stage and did some old Red Fox jokes or something.
No. Comedy. Oh my God, it's not like hip hop where you can have a ghostwriter. It's
or a sample.
Yeah, no. Comedy, you really have to come up with the stuff on your own. I think now that's kind of changing, but yeah, back then, no, you had to come up with it on your own. I also think another good motivating thing that inspired me is, I don't know if it's because my parents are Somali or boomers or immigrants or they're Black parents, but they love talking about death. They love talking about death and how this life is temporary and we're all going to die and we only have a finite amount of time. So death in a lot of ways was part of my rearing. And I thought, as a child, I remember thinking to myself, whoa, my parents never got to do the jobs that they wanted to do because they had to make so many sacrifices for us. I better do the job I want to do.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And when I'm on my deathbed, I want to feel good about a lot of the choices I've made.
I didn't know where you were going with this one. I said, I said, wow. So,
yeah.
Okay, so you're inspired. You made a decision that this is going to be my career.
Yeah.
But you went to university.
You have to do that when you're the child of immigrants.
No, I get
you have
it.
to do that. Yeah.
But on the other side, you came out a school teacher.
Yeah, I was always doing stand-up, even when I was in university, and when I was a teacher, I was still doing stand-up. And I chose teaching because teaching is it's a fun job. It has parts. There are aspects of teaching that are so fun. You're with the kids. Kids are naturally hilarious because they haven't been taught by the world to censor themselves yet. So they're naturally very funny. And I didn't want to be in a cubicle with a bunch of adults.
But I heard.
And also you get summers off. So that's great.
So that was good, and the pay is pretty good in Canada, I believe.
Not for the hours that you put in.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to do the numbers, crunch the numbers on the amount of hours you put in for what you're getting paid, it's not really.
But you talked about
Yeah.
how teaching really ages you.
Yeah. Also, part of the just one more thing. Part of the reason why I got into teaching was because I knew I needed to pay for a work visa because my goal was always to come to America.
Why?
If you're gonna do it, what's that thing that they always say about New York? If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, right.
So I just had that in my mind, and I knew my parents weren't gonna pay for a visa. Yeah, and I just wanted to have agency and autonomy in my life. So I just knew I had to save up for that. Also, I wanted to pay off my student loan debt. Yeah, so that was really important. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
It's cool. So, what's the difference between racism in Canada and racism in America? Now you live in Harlem.
Yeah, I love Harlem.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's really a vibe.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Racism in America and racism in
What I love about American racism is that it's very in your face. I know exactly where I stand. I love it so much. It's so direct and to the point. In Canada, it's very disguised. In certain towns, obviously, it can be very direct, but generally, it's very subtle. And it's passive aggressive, and that in and of itself drives you crazy because it makes you second guess yourself. So I don't like that. And I've heard the same thing about UK racism. There's other Black comedians, Gina Yashere. She's very funny. She's talked about how UK racism is a similar beast. But America's great. I love America, and also Black and brown people have more social currency in America than they do in Canada. The entertainment industry in Canada is way more racist than in America. There's less of us, and you just look at the shows that get greenlit, that get made in Canada. It's mostly white people. In America, oh my God, you get to see Issa Rae, a dark-skinned Black woman, be the lead on a TV show, get nominated for Emmys and Golden Globes. That's not happening in Canada. Rami Youssef is, Egyptian American, and he won a Golden Globe for Best Actor, 5 years ago for his show about, his family and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
not happening in Canada.
That's an amazing analysis because, being from America is like we look at the world, listen, most of us want to get out of here.
I understand.
Yeah. Because but that's an interesting analysis because, it says there's hope in America.
There is absolutely hope. Gina Yashere, she's a British Nigerian. Yeah. And then London Hughes, she's of Jamaican descent and she's British. And they both left the UK because it's so much more racist. Gina had said this really funny thing about America. She's like, even though it's racist, you can make so much more money. So at least you'll be sad, but you'll have more money.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah. Americans will sell their soul for $1.
Not even just that, but it goes back to what I said about the social currency and Black people. Black people are getting more shows here than in the UK or in Canada.
How is it being a Black Muslim woman, Hijabi, in the comedian arena? Because
it's so interesting when people ask me this question. My mind's blown because I've done a lot of work to undo a lot of the internalized racism that I've had, and now and I've done this work with prayer and then with therapy. It's having a good emotional boundary with the world. So yes, racism, gender, sexism, all this stuff. Even money, it's real, but it's not real. It's a colonial construct. Do you know what I mean? So, of course, there's police brutality. We see the issues with unemployment and the wage gap. And, those are real things. But at the same time, I acknowledge that they exist and I do my best to navigate those systems, but I can't take it in. I can't have it enter my body. Do you know what I mean? Also, I think anything that makes you quote unquote different, so not just a straight able-bodied white guy, um, I don't know, you just have a better, more interesting perspective on the world. So I think it helps you. It adds to
So
your
this has
economy.
helped you navigate it as a Muslim hijabi woman within the comedic space. Your individuality has helped you navigate that
Yeah.
space.
I also think to myself, what's the alternative? I would never want to be white. I'm 34. Look how great my skin is. If I was white, I'd have a lot more lines. I don't even know how old you are. You could be 40 or 95. We never know with black people. Do you know what I mean?
I'm 80.
Yeah, I would never know. And thank God you're black. If you were white, stop it. Your face would look so raggedy right now. So it's like, yeah, I would never want to be white. I'm grateful. Alhamdulillah, I'm black. Thank God. What a gift to be black.
And from Somalia.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that too. And
Yeah.
I want to mention this. My mom, she grew up in a country where everyone looked like her. So she never internalized racism. I remember talking to my mom when I was a kid about racism and feeling less than. And she just said, how are the people with no culture telling you you have no culture? She never internalized it.
Wow, say that one more time.
Yeah.
That was powerful.
Yeah. How are the people with no culture telling you you have no culture?
Does she know that she's the source of your humor?
Oh, well, I don't know if I've told her that, but my mom knows that I love her deeply. I tell her that all the time. And even though she does not like my career, I still feel an unconditional amount of love from my mother.
But there's a political, of course.
Yeah.
But there's a political edge to your comedy that probably came from your mom. Based on what you just said, because that was a powerful political statement.
Yeah.
Even though it had a funny essence to it. It's like, it makes you think.
Yeah.
Most great comedians make you think, because, you were, one night I was there and you were having a back and forth with a lesbian, how do I properly say this?
Lesbian. You can say lesbian. That's
Yeah, it was a lesbian couple. They were sitting right in the front.
Uh-huh.
And it was a back and forth that I just found to be so profound.
Oh, yes, the black lesbians.
Black lesbian
yes,
couple.
they were great. I missed them.
Yeah. And
black lesbians, we love you. Oh,
and
they were
you
great.
Talking about how within our community, the Muslim community, how the I can't articulate it the way you articulate, but how the word gay has such a impact. You don't remember the joke.
I said, well, no, you have to set me up. I have to remember what I was doing. Crowd work. We were just having a funny.
Man, it was so funny because like you said, like within our community, the word gay is like whispered, but there are people that are.
Oh yeah, closeted. There's so many closeted people. I can't tell you how many times I go to these kind of like events where single Muslims are getting together and I go, gay? Like some of them are, and it's okay, but like don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Oh my God, a'udhu billah, just be gay. Don't waste a woman's time.
Listen, this is my show. You're making me laugh too much. I can't even get it
Well, you had a comedian on the show. That's your fault.
Have you...
Yeah.
Have you been heckled?
Oh my God, I have to also tell you this. Another thing my mother told me that helped me undo some of the internalized racism I had. My mom, I remember as a child, I had a hang up about eye color, skin color and eye color, right? Because the messaging is always the lighter, the brighter, the better.
And this messaging was profound
I think for
Canada.
So many, but it's in America too, right?
Yeah. I know. I'm trying to,
Yeah, it's so upsetting. And I remember being a kid getting glasses for the first time, and then contact lenses they were selling contact lenses, and all the eye colors that were available in contact lenses didn't include my eye color. And I just remember anytime as a kid, people would say, oh, this person has nice eyes. It was always someone with blue or green eyes or hazel, never my eye color. So I really internalized this kind of messaging. And I remember talking to my mom saying, what do you think of blue or green eyes? And my mom was like, they kind of look like a cat. And now I can't unsee that. I was watching a Taylor Swift interview. She kind of looks like a cat. And it's just like, that's what it is. And my mom didn't even say it in an insulting way. But she's right.
This is what's amazing to me because
also, apparently blue eyes is a genetic mutation. It's not even...
That's the truth.
That's another thing. And also, like, having darker colored eyes means you have more melanin, so you get more sun protection. It's actually biologically the superior eye color to have.
Melanin is amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I really owe a lot to my mom. I should tell her that when I talk to her tonight.
You should. And you should tell her the reason why you're a comedian is because of her, because she
would hate
funny.
That. Yeah, she would hate that. But I'll tell her.
Yeah, tell her. Tell her brother Hawk said encouraged you to tell her.
Yeah. I'll send her this.
Yes. Because every comedian I know, someone in their family is funnier than them.
Yeah, she's very funny.
And I can see. And her humor reflects yours because it's satire.
Yeah. And I you know what's so funny is when I did the comedy show for my alma mater, my brother and I both graduated from the same university, and he said to me, you know, my mom said, "Oh, why isn't your brother performing? Like, why don't they invite your brother to be a part of the award ceremony?" And I said to her, "He hasn't been on television. He's not funny like me. People think I'm funny and talented, and he hasn't been on television. I have. I've done those things." Yeah. And then she just got quiet.
Has she seen you on TV?
I think her friends have sent it to her, and then she always says that it ruins her day whenever people send it to her because she doesn't even know what stand-up is. My mom doesn't watch it. My dad loves it because he's watched it. You know, he knows what it is.
You're doing so many great things. You're getting ready to be very rich and very famous.
Well, I don't want to be famous. My goal is to have money so I can escape capitalism in its own way.
And where are you going? Djibouti?
No, but it's the idea of if I want to take a year off, 2 years off, that's what I learned from the pandemic. If I want to take a year, 2 years off of working and maybe just be with my kids if I get, when I have kids, inshallah. Yeah, I want to have enough money saved up where I can just do that. Because the pandemic wiped out the opportunity to do live stand-up.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it. So people had to really rethink their careers.
What did you do during the pandemic?
Oh my God. There was a moment in time where people were doing Zoom comedy, which I understood. And it was nice, but yeah. So there was that. And people were doing podcasting. Podcasting really took off.
But you also have a tremendous online following. Did you start it then?
Yeah, I started. I didn't really start taking it. Yeah, I did, but I really didn't start taking it seriously till maybe the last 3 years.
For all those out there that don't know how to develop it, what was your process developing your community?
You have to feel good about what you're putting out, whether it has 8 views or 8 million views. So I have to be entertained by what I'm doing. Elsa Majimbo, I don't know if you know her. She went viral during the pandemic because she would do these videos where she would wear these funny sunglasses, say something funny, and then eat a chip. But the idea was that she was just so funny. That's what people loved about her.
Was she?
Yeah, she made me laugh. And she talked about in interviews how she would rewatch her own videos because she thought she was so funny. And honestly, I'd be feeling like that watching some of my videos. I'm like, wow, Hoodo, that was funny. That was quite clever. MashaAllah, that you have a brain that helped you come up with such things.
Have you ever been heckled?
And yeah, I actually was heckled first time in a while. It happened a few days ago. I didn't even like the heckle. It was this bald white dude. I was at a comedy club. Bald white dude sitting front row, not really laughing. He was with his girlfriend. She's Asian.
What city?
This is in New York.
Really?
And anyways, but she wasn't responding to any of the I was talking to all the couples in the crowd, and she would just smile, but she wasn't talking. And I remember saying, Are you okay? Are you safe? What's going on that you don't feel like you can say anything? Anyway, and then the white guy says, he kept answering for her before, for the other set of questions I asked. And then he finally said, oh, I don't think I should answer this next question because what if, you guys say I'm not being a feminist or but you wouldn't know anything about women's rights because you're Muslim. And I think I was more offended that the joke wasn't funny. Like he tried to make a joke and it wasn't even a good joke.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I think I handled it by just saying, honey, we're in America right now. We can't really talk about women's rights in America. Do you know what I mean? And then the audience laughed a little. And then at the end, I did some other crowd work with a bunch of other couples. And then I came back to him and I said, I said something like, oh, congratulations on... I said something like, oh, what a time to be alive. This guy got to make his joke. Then they laughed at that. And then I got off and I didn't really like... Yeah, but he was also one of those guys. He was really beefy and you could tell he has trauma, some sort of PTSD, something. And you got to figure out what the line is because you don't want to get Will Smithed. You don't want to get smacked across the face. You don't want violence. But I did say that and then I just walked off and I just said, it's not even about you, what this man said.
But isn't at these shows, there's no security to protect you? Because, I mean, you're a Muslim and there's people...
Well, he was being horrible apparently to the other comedians. And the audience didn't even like the joke that he made. They kind of were quiet and they turned on him in their own way. So I wasn't worried about safety, but I knew that if I really went in on him, perhaps there could be, I don't know. Also, it was a 4 p.m. show on a Saturday. They're not really getting security for a 4 p.m. show on a Saturday. It's not really the glamorous time slot for comedy. The glamorous time slot is once the sun goes down.
What happens when the sun goes down?
People want to go out, but during the day, honey, you're in the trenches. If you're doing comedy when the sun's out, yeah, these are memoir building hours.
Have you ever visited Djibouti or Somali?
Yeah, I did.
Tell me about Djibouti.
Oh my God, it was so much fun to be in a place where every single person looked like me and everyone could say my name correctly. And in Somalia, I saw no white people for the 2 weeks that I was there. It was great. And it was I realized that only until I was in the airport waiting to leave and I saw 2 white guys and they were probably journalists or something. And I just thought, wow, what a blessing that I got to take a break from seeing any white people.
Tell me about Djibouti.
It was so great.
It's so, it's like almost a mirage because, you don't
so
hear
hot
much about it.
What do you mean it's a mirage?
Like, this is a place that I would love to know more about or visit or something like that. It's like,
yeah,
wow, Djibouti.
Well, it's very hot. We went in the summer, so it was truly, I think, 115 degrees Fahrenheit. It was really, really hot. And it was so great to see family. It meant so much to me to see family.
Do they know what you do?
I think so. I don't really care to discuss it with them because that's the thing with family. You don't want to... Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care to share too much about my comedy career with them. I've told my friends this. I think your dreams are like a child. You have to protect them. Not everyone should know all of your dreams. Because some people might doubt it and then say things and then they plant seeds of doubt. So I only really share with people that, I don't know, would come right out and say, oh my God, I saw your videos. You're very funny. Like if someone's in my family starts with that, then I'll share. But I don't really go to them looking for any kind of approval.
Who do you share your dreams with?
Oh, I mean, my friends. And my youngest brother is very supportive. My dad. Yeah, so I have people. I have so many people. I'm lucky. Yeah.
What's next? Do you write?
Yeah, I do. But right now, it's so interesting that the big thing that everyone's talking about is everyone needs to have, I had a call with my manager about this earlier this week and another meeting about it. But everyone wants you to come up with your version of Subway Takes, Chicken Shop Date. What's your podcast? What's your internet show? So I'm currently coming up with my version of that. And I'm excited. I have some ideas. I'm just going to shoot it myself and put it up on my socials, and we'll see how it does.
But no, yeah, because, you know, that reminds me in the music business, somebody would tell me, you know, bring me another Jodeci, bring me another
Yeah.
Mariah Carey. But that, whatever that is already done, you know?
No. So it's me coming up with my own, instead of waiting for a production company or some TV executives to greenlight something, I'm just going to go out and shoot it.
I love the self-depreciating takes that you have, those little clips that you do, you know, about whatever,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, the front-facing camera.
Yeah. Those are great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, I want to try my hand at, I'm a very curious person, so I think what's next for me is I want to try my hand at creating my own sort of comedy interview show. Very short, maybe like 10 minutes.
And
shooting it myself and then paying someone to edit it and then putting it up. Because I love talking to people. Who
are you interviewing?
I haven't fully come up with, I don't want to say too much.
Other comedians?
I think I'll start off with other comedians and then I'm going to get into, but comedians that have lived the life, you know, that have been through something and making it funny. And I want to explore some really big themes.
What's it?
That's all. I can't say too much. I can't, because I'm still, you know, in the brainstorming stage. And that's another thing about the internet is you get to shoot it, put it up, and then, you know, if it fails, it fails. If it succeeds, it does. Yeah. So that's that's the next thing, is expanding my social media following, because I've gotten so many opportunities from my following. People will see my Instagram first and then watch the Seth Meyers, right?
Yeah.
So it's, before it used to be Seth Meyers and then social. Now it's not. Now it's the other way around. Social media, you know, just sort of investing in my social media is the next thing for me.
Within the which is great, because it's really, what you're doing is amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Within the comedy community, do you guys work together a lot, or is it fractionalized, or?
Yeah, I think you work with people, at least for me, I work with people that are like-minded. And I know whatever I create online, it goes back to what I said earlier. I want to make sure it's something that I like and I find funny. That's my compass. That's my guiding light, you know? Do I find it interesting? Does it make me laugh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I always wanted to be a comedian.
Really?
Yeah. So
I mean, there's still time.
I don't know. But you know what I'd like to do?
Okay.
I'd like to tell you a couple of jokes.
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, no.
You don't want to, like...
I don't know.
Just give me your honest opinion.
I don't know. If they're terrible, I'll tell you.
Please do.
Yeah.
Because we're like that, you know?
Yeah.
Muslim honesty. Abdul Haq means servant of truth.
Yeah.
So just tell me the truth.
Yeah, I think, so you don't ever want to do just even an open mic?
Let's start here.
But this is what listen, you'll tell me your jokes, I'll give you honest feedback, but I will say the best, when comedy clubs are special because it's the environment that helps shape.
But I respect you.
Okay, let's hear it.
And I'm going to, if it doesn't work with you,
yeah,
I will stay off the stage.
I mean, I don't think, I think strangers are the best barometer for whether a joke works. So, but you really want to let me hear these jokes. So let's do it.
Can you work with a black man for a minute?
I mean, I don't know. Well, if they're bad, I will tell you they're bad.
Please do.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready?
Bismillah.
Okay, Bismillah. Me and you and the audience.
Yeah.
Okay. What did the oceans say to the beach?
Oh no! Already you've lost me. What is this? Oh my God! Where comedy?
She's laughing.
But she's laughing at my reaction. I'm already unimpressed with the setup.
The people are...
A'udhu billah. Tiana. Honey, you know what I'm talking about. Comedy is best when it's personal. Who are you? I want to know who you are. Let's get to the meat of it.
One more.
Okay.
Just one more.
Okay. All right. Bismillah.
Okay. I went to Howard University, but I graduated from Howard University.
MashaAllah.
Undergraduate and graduate school.
Okay, MashaAllah. Right?
But I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. And I just don't know why.
Okay, but where's the joke? Am I missing it? Do you know the joke?
You don't get it?
Oh, is it slurs?
I just don't know why.
Oh, got it. It's a pun.
Yeah, you get it?
It's a pun.
You get it?
Yeah, that was better than the first one, I will say.
Do you want me to go for a third one?
It can't be any of like this ocean, whatever nonsense. It has to be something else. It's personal. I want to know who you are.
Well, you can interview me on your show.
Let's get to the heart of it. I will. Okay. You'll be sorry. Yeah.
I'll be Okay, this is the last one.
Let's hear it. Tiana, are you ready? Strap in, Tiana.
All the people out there. Listen, Brother Hawk is going to give you his last joke.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah is the last joke, or MashaAllah you're
no, but like you're really I don't know. I just said it. You know, that's part of being Somali is we just say MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah. We're always invoking the name of God.
That's good.
Yeah, we're always doing
That's good. I thought it was something personal.
No.
I thought my jokes were just ringing true in your mind.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. I'm trying to deliver this properly, but you're making me laugh because it's just,
Gotta look at Tiana.
Okay. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie?
Oh, if I didn't like the ocean joke, why am I gonna like this one? Oh my God! I want to know who you are.
The moment. This is
okay,
like
fine. Okay, fine. What is?
Okay,
fish wearing a bow tie?
I'm gonna say it again, right? Tiana. Okay.
Am I saying your name right? Tiana or Tiana?
Tiana.
Okay.
Listen. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie?
What do you call it? I don't know. Tell me.
Sophisticated.
What are your thoughts on that? Exactly. I wish we could have a camera on your face right now.
Listen, I worked hard on those jokes.
No one's doubting you.
But
really I'm just saying, I want to know who you are. You've lived the life. If there's anyone that's lived the life, it's you've really lived the life. So you got a lot to say. If you started doing comedy, people would eat it up. You have so much to say.
No, but I'm writing movies. I'm producing movies now.
Sure.
This is where
But stand-up is immediate. You're not waiting for an executive. I say a joke in front of a group of strangers. They laugh. They don't laugh. It's immediate.
Listen, every time I go see you, I enjoy myself.
MashaAllah. Thank you.
One time I revealed myself.
Yeah.
One time I just sat in the back. And each time I enjoyed myself because you know what you're doing.
Thank you. Well,
if you put me on stage, I'll say some more of those jokes, and I won't get a good response.
No, but you've lived the life. I'm sure you have so many fun, interesting stories that you could just say the story and it would get a laugh.
Okay, we'll work on that together, and maybe I can be an opening act for you.
Well, I don't know. I think you should just write the jokes and then you'll open
You're dancing now.
I don't want to engage. No, Black women need to save their labor. Black women need to protect ourselves. We can't just be handing out our energy to anyone. It's a valuable resource. But if you were open to sharing personal stories, funny personal stories, I'd have you do a tight 5 and open for me.
What's a tight 5?
A tight 5 minutes.
Oh, tight 5.
Tight 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's work on that.
Well, you're gonna do the work.
No. We work. You're abdicating your your power.
No,
your
no, no.
reality.
My work is I would love for you
To get a
share
type 5.
Yeah,
Get a
share
type
personal
5.
stories, and you open for me. That's
Suppose
great.
they throw tomatoes or something at me. Will you save me?
No, I think Black women, we have to save ourselves
Save
in this political climate. We have to, Tiana, we have to save ourselves. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
recruited my engineer. What's
yeah.
going on? You recruit my producer too.
Because she's a Black woman, she
listen,
gets
you're
it.
gonna sooner or later, my whole crew will be with you
That's
working
so
on
funny.
some new podcast. I said, what happened to my team?
As I get older, and maybe you feel this way, I'm realizing your energy is such a finite resource, and I used to take that for granted.
Really,
and it's only in the last maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I'm realizing I'm like, whoa, you have to really guard your energy.
yeah, and you just can't give it to everybody.
You can't, yeah.
You can't. It's
So
such a personal thing.
yeah. So you can open the show, but I can't take on the energy of helping you shape the
That was a hell of a precursor.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
I'll give you the opportunity.
What is next for you? And where can everybody in New York City see you? She is funny. And I saw her twice. Once I revealed myself, and the other time I just stayed in the back.
Yeah.
And I watched the crowd.
Yeah.
And I saw you were killing white people. It was almost sadistic because they were just laughing and you.
But they get it. Like, they're not racist. If you're coming to my show and you're white, then you're probably not racist. Probably.
Okay,
I'll
take
guess,
that.
you know what I mean? Also,
you punished them.
No, here's the thing. When I talk about white people on stage, I am talking about racism. I'm making fun of the institution. The thing what's that James Baldwin quote that I love? To be Black and conscious is to be in a constant state of rage.
Rage, yeah.
So a comedy has allowed me to be less angry. Yeah. It's healing. It really is.
That's good. You're good. Yeah. You're good. That's justification. Go see her show. Where are you appearing next? Look in this camera. Tell the people where you're going to be, because she is funny. And
I appreciate that.
Wait. Let me pronounce it before we go to the camera.
Let's do it.
Hoodo.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be doing some shows in the fall. Things are being finalized right now, but feel free to follow me on social media on all platforms at Hoodo Comedy. So that's HOODO Comedy, one word. And I'll put all my dates there when everything's finalized.
Please.
Yeah. Come see me in the fall. Daylight savings time will kick in, and it's gonna be insane. Your people are gonna be sad. You're gonna want to go to a comedy club and laugh. My mother always said this about daylight savings time. She's like, I don't know what kind of people would mess with time, would change time. And I was like, you're right. White people are alien to the earth.
Your mom is incredible.
Yeah.
And I can see.
Yeah.
She had her children rolling.
Yeah. My mother's so funny.
So funny.
Yeah. It's hard to make her laugh. My dad, very easy to make laugh, but he understands what stand-up is.
Most marriages are thesis and antithesis. So that's why they've been married for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Are you married? Is that true for you? Okay.
Not married.
Okay.
We already went over that story.
We did. Yeah, that's true.
It was a Somali woman.
Yeah.
We'll stop there. Ladies and gentlemen.
We'll edit that out. That's so funny.
Listen,
because you spoke about marriage with such certainty that I'm like, oh, he must be married.
No, but everybody that comes on the show, I've never been married. Okay. Everybody that comes on the show, I love hearing stories of love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And I had one sister that came on, Attorney Ali, great sister out of India Ali.
Okay.
Out of Atlanta, and she talked about how she met her husband at Umrah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And that was one of our best shows because people love hearing about love, And I was like, wow, how did you meet him? Did you look across and your eyes met? And it was just such an interesting story. So every time when someone comes on, even yesterday's guest, we talked about
That's so
how she met her
beautiful.
husband. Yeah.
Well, what I'm hearing is this episode's not going to do well because I didn't talk about love.
Well, no, we talked about fun and jokes and your comedy, and I think you're hilarious.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think that this show is going to do extraordinary.
Okay, inshallah khair. Thank you.
Inshallah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
You're welcome to come back anytime.
Please, when I have when I figure out my internet show, and I shoot it, and I'll have you on, inshallah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay,
'cause
sure, but I'll come on here.
You already beat me up. You said you're going to beat me up.
No, I said you'll be sorry.
I'll be sorry. Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
No, listen, come
That's
on.
so
anytime.
funny. Yeah.
Anytime. I'd love to be your first guest. How's that?
Inshallah.
But in any event, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having
I
me.
appreciate you so much. And please continue to do what you do. And you're getting ready to make a whole lot of money.
Inshallah khair.
That's
that's what I want my next test to be. God testing me with a lot of money. What will Hoodo do? Because in the Quran it says that God will test humans with success and then hardship. I got the hardship part down. God, I've heard you. I've heard you received. Let's do the success part now. Test me with success. Thank you.
Hoodo
Yes.
Hersi.
Yes. Also, my name means prosperity in Somali.
There you go. Your parents knew what they were doing.
Yeah, mashallah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we did it.
We had a great show. My engineer, she's just still laughing over there. She's holding it in, but as soon as we end, she's going to let it all out. Thank you for listening this week. Look forward to seeing you in the near future. Assalamu alaikum.